Queen Margrethe reacts. Princess Leonor's arrival in Copenhagen stuns all. The palace gates open. Crowds gasp. Princess Leonor steps onto Danish soil. Queen Margrethe watches, stunned. Expectations shattered. Elegance redefined. Diplomacy paused. History in motion. Something extraordinary is unfolding. The morning air in Copenhagen was crisp and tinged with anticipation. Crowds lined the streets, flags fluttering, cameras capturing every moment. The city had never seen anything quite like this. Princess Leonor of Spain arriving for her historic visit, stepping into a world of tradition, protocol, and royal scrutiny. Inside Amalienborg Palace, Queen Margrethe prepared to receive her guest. The Danish queen, known for her sharp eye and impeccable style, had met many dignitaries, but there was something different about this encounter. Princess Leonor was not just a visitor, she was a future monarch, a young woman carrying the weight of centuries of royal expectation. As Leonor emerged from her vehicle, her poise was undeniable. The sunlight caught the subtle details of her outfit, the embroidery, the ceremonial touches. Every movement communicated grace, authority, and confidence. Yet it was her smile, natural and genuine, that caught the attention of both the public and the palace staff. In that moment, she was not just a princess, she was a bridge between nations, a symbol of continuity and youthful promise. Queen Margrethe's initial reaction was carefully composed, but the subtle raising of an eyebrow, the almost imperceptible pause, revealed her genuine admiration. This was more than protocol, it was recognition of a kindred spirit in royal responsibility. The two women exchanged greetings, measured yet warm, their conversation flowing with an ease that belied the formality of the occasion. The palace courtyard, lined with guards in pristine uniforms, became the stage for history. Every salute, every bow, every handshake was laden with significance. Observers noted how Leonor balanced respect for Danish tradition with her own Spanish heritage, creating a visual and emotional harmony that left even seasoned courtiers quietly impressed. As the procession moved inside the palace, Leonor's eyes took in the grandeur, frescoed ceilings, golden accents, and centuries of history etched into every corner. Yet amidst the opulence, she remained grounded. There were moments when she paused to admire a painting, a sculpture, or a historical artifact, her curiosity revealing a depth that transcended ceremonial appearances. Conversations flowed with subtle intrigue. Advisors whispered, aides observed, and Queen Margrethe's staff discreetly monitored the unfolding interactions. Yet despite the precision of protocol, there were glimpses of warmth and mutual respect. A shared joke here, a knowing nod there, gestures that hinted at understanding and connection. The media, both domestic and international, documented every nuance. Headlines would speak of elegance and poise, but those present knew the deeper story. A young princess stepping confidently into the complex world of European royalty, navigating centuries-old traditions while asserting her individuality. During a private reception, Leonor engaged with Danish officials, military personnel, and cultural representatives. She asked thoughtful questions, expressed curiosity, and demonstrated a natural ability to connect with people from different walks of life. It was a demonstration not just of etiquette, but of empathy and intelligence, a preview of the leader she was destined to become. Queen Margrethe, often reserved, allowed herself moments of visible admiration. Her reactions ranged from a subtle smile to a quiet chuckle at Leonor's observations. It was clear to all watching that the Danish monarch saw in Leonor a combination of grace, intellect, and authenticity rarely displayed at such an early stage of royal life. As the afternoon unfolded, private tours of historic sites provided further opportunities for connection. Leonor's interest in Danish culture, history, and governance sparked discussions that were at once informative and deeply personal. Each answered question opened new avenues of conversation, creating layered curiosity loops that engaged both participants and observers. Even during ceremonial duties, Leonor's presence was magnetic. Every bow, every step, every gesture conveyed reverence for tradition without diminishing her individuality. The combination of respect and self-assuredness left a lasting impression on both the Danish royal family and visiting dignitaries. As evening approached, the palace hosted a formal dinner. Candles flickered, chandeliers shimmered, and conversations flowed in a mixture of languages. Leonor and Queen Margrethe shared moments of candid dialogue, discussing everything from cultural traditions to the responsibilities of leadership. Observers noted the warmth in the Queen's tone, the genuine interest in Leonor's perspectives, and the subtle mentorship woven throughout their interactions. By the night's end, the impression left on Copenhagen was indelible. The princess had navigated an intricate web of protocol, history, and expectation with ease, charm, and authority. Queen Margrethe's reactions, once guarded, now reflected admiration and quiet pride. It was a meeting that would be remembered not just for ceremonial brilliance, but for the human connection that had quietly defined it. As Leonor departed, crowds cheered, cameras captured the final gestures, and the palace staff reflected on the historic day. The visit had been more than an arrival, it was a demonstration of poise, diplomacy, and the timeless power of presence. The story would ripple across nations, inspiring conversations about tradition, modernity, and the emerging role of a young princess who had stunned Denmark simply by being herself. And as the gates closed behind her, the echoes of the day lingered: admiration, curiosity, and the knowledge that history had quietly witnessed a moment that would be spoken of for generations, a meeting where royalty, grace, and authenticity converged in the heart of Copenhagen.